And we're once again live. Hello, everybody. Yeah. Wow, I've forgotten how my own intro goes. It has been too long. Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon. Happy time zones to you, wherever you might be. I'm Emma, and welcome back to the House of Hubris here on twitch.tv/Saracent, where I can remember the spiel occasionally. Welcome back to Murder by Numbers. We had a day off on Saturday because stuff was just happening all over the place. Seriously, I cannot even tell you the degree to which stuff was happening. And stuff is happening slightly less now, so here we are. If you missed the first episode, this is us in the centre. We're Anna Mizrahi, recently fired TV actress in the 90s who has been Three Amigos by Scout, this adorable robot on the right, into becoming Professor Layton and all the puzzles of Picross. I think that basically explains it. You'll keep up. We're solving a murder. Our producer's dead. I mean, you may have guessed that we would be solving a murder on account of it being the first word in the game's title. But you know, maybe you couldn't. Maybe you just thought there'd be numbers. But should we actually get on before I say more words? Ah yes, here we are, and here Detective Cross is. Hello, Detective.
Can't wait to see how you're going to try and talk your way out of this.
Yes, because we just snuck into the crime scene, and were immediately discovered because we are not professional sneak thieves. I can explain everything. Okay, I can explain everything.
How'd you even get in here?
Through the air vent.
The air vent? Who do you think you are, John McClane?
Maybe if you hadn't locked us in the break room, I could have used the door like a normal person.
Not really. My apologies, I didn't realise I should have made it easier for you to tamper with the crime scene.
I realise this looks bad, but I got sick of waiting around. You haven't even taken our statements yet.
This is real life, not some 2-bit TV show. Good police work takes time.
I'm just trying to find some way to prove I didn't kill Blake. He was my friend.
And you thought breaking into the crime scene was going to help your case?
Actually, it did. There's solid proof I didn't do it. Bill's just gone to get the security tapes.
I was beginning to wonder where he had gone. Maybe you convinced him to leave so you could screw around with the real evidence.
You'll see once he gets back. You just have to trust me.
Trust doesn't get you very far in my line of work.
Have you got any leads yet?
Yeah, I'm looking at one right now.
Please, Detective, I was just trying to help.
Being a detective on TV doesn't mean you're qualified to waltz in and take over a real murder investigation. Real police work isn't a game. It's dangerous, and you don't know the first thing about it.
Wow, going immediately in with this much Detective Cross is... my throat's enjoying it, y'all. A lesser person might change the voice to accommodate my vocal cords, but, you know, we go hardcore. That's where you're wrong. My dad was on the force.
I suppose he told you all about it.
He didn't have to. He'd come home exhausted every night. I saw what it did to him. I might not have the training, but I understand the job. I know what it takes.
Don't make me laugh. Seen your show, you wouldn't last 5 minutes on the force. What would you do if the killer showed up right now?
I would blast them with my death ray. He's just kidding, Detective. Detective Cross, this is Scout.
Looks like something out of Buck Rogers.
Are you a real detective? Can you help me find my creator?
You better get this flying toaster out of my face before things get ugly.
Scout. Scout, maybe you should leave the nice detective alone, although your horrified face is, as ever, incredibly cute. What's taking you so long, anyway? You've been stuck in that room for hours.
I'm just doing my job. There are a lot of things to cover. Security, photography, evidence collection.
I've read enough mysteries to know it shouldn't take this long. Something's wrong.
So I'm a little understaffed. Nothing I can't handle.
Oh, great. It's reassuring to know that Blake's death is so high on the LAPD's list of priorities. Oh, and yes, that's the other thing I didn't mention. We're in LA. You might not have been able to tell by my complete lack of attention to giving anyone a regionally appropriate accent. Get over it.
Central's screwing me around again. It won't work. Might be old, but I'm not getting pushed into a desk job yet. Takes as long as it takes, and that's the end of it.
That does appear to be the end of it. Oh no, there's more.
Alright, Ms. Rahi. Think it's time we move this conversation down to the precinct, don't you?
God, how did he talk? Oh yeah. I got it, Honor. I found the security tape.
Nice of you to join us.
Detective Cross. Oh, jeez. I mean, what a pleasant surprise.
Maybe I'm getting forgetful in my old age. Didn't I tell you to guard this room?
I am guarding the room. I mean, I was. I just had to go and,
Care to explain how Miss Marple over here managed to get in?
You said to make sure nobody got through that door. You didn't say anything about the event.
So you wandered off and left a murder suspect at the scene of the crime. Alone. With all the evidence.
Well, when you say it like that... I only went to check the CCTV system. Would have been back sooner, but I had to take the darn thing apart to get the tape. Couldn't you just press the eject button? There's an eject button. So, what do you say, Detective? Care to see my evidence?
You got 5 minutes. After that, I'm taking you downtown.
Don't know why I put that weird emphasis on it. Did sound a bit taking you downtown, ladies. That's all I need. Scout, can you scan this? Puzzle start. Love a puzzle start. Okay, start with these 10s. This is effectively 9, so 7, 1 locks that up. Yes. As we covered in the first episode, I'm probably not going to narrate my process doing all of these on account of I've done a lot of Picross and my brain is going faster than I can explain it, so sorry. Here we go. We found a tape? Yeah, CCTV tape. Oh, right, yes, it's the CCTV tape Bill just gave us. Brain. Yay, points.
Okay, what are we looking at?
This is the security footage of the parking lot earlier this afternoon. Look, there's Bill.
Who's that in the background? Looks like they've got spray cans. You got a problem with vandals around here, Bill?
Them? No, they're just contractors. We get that a lot around here.
They're not contractors, they're kids. They've got skateboards, for God's sakes.
I mean, adults can own skateboards. May I introduce you to the concept of Tony Hawk? Yeah, this is early to mid-90s. He'd be a thing. Didn't you say you were looking for kids doing graffiti earlier, Bill? Oh, jeez.
As enlightening as this is for some of us, I don't see how it proves anything useful.
I'm getting to that, Detective. Bill, can you fast forward to about 4:30 p.m? There, that's it. See, that's me. Standing by my car, I spoke to Bill and then Scout.
Okay, you were in the parking lot. So what?
Blake was already dead. He died around 4:30 p.m. and the CCTV footage clearly shows I was in the parking lot.
Well, I'll be damned.
Not bad for a TV detective, huh?
I guess not.
And we got dramatic music for it, no?
Now, if I can just get you to write me an official statement, we can... Wait a second, how do you know the time of death? Bill, did you let her read the medical report?
Oh, jeez. That was a really long fade to black.
Listen up, everyone. I need to keep you here for a little longer.
How did... God, Casey I could never pin down. Please, Detective, I've spent the last 20 minutes trying to get John and Becky to stop arguing and have more luck sorting out the Middle East.
If you need something to keep you occupied, start working on those statements.
What about me? Can I help out some other way? Scout could...
Listen, Nancy, Drew. You got lucky with that CCTV, but that was all it was. Luck. Now go home and let the professionals handle this.
Hey, how come she gets to go home? She could be the murderer.
Seen evidence that proves otherwise. Only thing she's guilty of is being a pain in my ass.
You can't keep me locked up in here. What if I'm next? Don't worry, babe. If anyone tries anything, I'll whack them with one of my dumbbells. You brought dumbbells with you on a job? You never know when you're going to find a spare 5 minutes to work up a sweat. You know what I mean? A reclusive nun would get what you mean. And even she'd think 5 minutes is pathetic. Wait, did I just find Becky funny? Detective, I'm begging you, you've got to let us out of here. I'm going stir crazy.
Fine, you can leave the goddamn room. Just stay inside the studio grounds, okay?
I do love Casey's design.
I mean it. Any of you try anything and I'll have you tackled by a patrolman faster than you can say WrestleMania.
Quick question. How cute is this theoretical patrolman? How good's his credit? Does he get on well with his mother?
As for you, go home. Just for the record, you guys are all crazy. Putting that in my report.
Praise the goddess, we're free. Ish. Guess I should go home now, like you said. Don't feel bad, babe. You earned it. You said you were going to prove yourself innocent, and you went out and did it. I did, didn't I? So, what are you waiting for? You're free to go. Uh-oh, you've got that look on your face. Don't think you can hide it from me, Missy. I know that look. That's the Honor Mizrahi I'm not giving in special. It's just... I got myself out of trouble. What about you guys? What about Blake? He gave me my big break. My big Blake, if you will. I wouldn't even be here without him. He wasn't just my boss, he was my friend. Right, up until he fired you. But that's just it, it doesn't make any sense. All I could think of at the time was how angry I was, but looking back, he was so nervous. You've been playing detective too long, babe. It's starting to sound like one. It's not just me. There's something else going on. I can't just leave. Ah. Apparently I've been sitting funny this entire time. Neck muscles say no. If you want to keep investigating, Honor, I'm here to help. Scout? Don't you want to go and find a real detective? You may not be a real detective, but maybe that's okay. Maybe what I really need is a partner. I'm good at finding things, but I'm no good with people. But you convinced Bill to help you. You proved your innocence to Detective Cross. So maybe I don't need a real detective after all, because together we can solve anything. If you want to try, that is. Why not? I think I'm getting to like having you around anyway. How about you, KC? Will you help me look into it? Absolutely. You know I've got your back. But, can I pop to the loo first? I've needed to go for hours and I'm genuinely scared something's about to burst. Location unlocked. Office. So that's going to be location unlocked. Toilet. Let's investigate. Yes, we know how to scan. We did this before. Look for the red bleeping. Coffee cup. Puzzle start. Yeah, like I say, I've done a lot of these, and you just start to know patterns. Coffee pot. We found coffee pot. Important thing to find. And now we're a D. What's this liquid, Honor? That's coffee. I don't know how to get through the day without it. I see. So it's a kind of fuel? Like gasoline? Kind of. But it tastes better. Or at least it's supposed to. The stuff from our coffee machine, on the other hand, I'm having difficulty understanding. Is this coffee machine a fuel dispenser? I apologize for asking so many questions. Many of the intertextual connections in my ontological database were lost when I was discarded. You lost me at ontological, isn't that something to do with insects? I know, many things, but the relationships between those things is unclear. I'm trying to rebuild them. I don't know if it's a fuel or not, Scout. It's complicated. Not everything can be broken cleanly into simple facts like that. I see. You do? No. But my programming tells me that is a good thing to say when faced with things I don't understand. I see. It does work. What else can we find on the scene? Hunting for puzzles. We have found fridge. Yeah, as ever, hope people don't mind me just occasionally. Solving these and not saying anything, because the reason I do Picross to begin with is that it's kind of meditative for my system brain. We found Apple. Scout's very excited about it. Another 6,000 detective points for finding Apple. Do you think this could be useful to the investigation? I'll be honest, it seems unlikely that an apple is the smoking gun. A gun? Be careful, Honor. Guns are dangerous. No, Scout, it's just a turn of phrase. It means the murder weapon or vital clue. Oh. It's very confusing when humans say things that mean other things. Scout. Mood. My friend. I'm sure you'll catch on. Catch on to what? That was another one, wasn't it? Yes, yes it was. But do we have more things we can find? There's bleeping over here. Under the vending machine. What have we found, Scout? I'll probably talk more as we get onto more complex puzzles and I have to do more verbal reasoning of them rather than just my brain saying, well, here and here and here and here and this goes here and here and here and we're done. And then occasionally my fingers will just lose the ability to operate this mouse, and then we'll be in trouble. We found... oh, an ID card. That does seem important, actually. It's an ID card. Looks like it belongs to Tully. He seems to be quite forgetful with his belongings. Wait a sec. This card says it's a Gridmore Studios ID, but I don't recognize the design at all. Do you think it's fake? Sorry, Honor. I have no reference to compare against. Perhaps there's someone more familiar with these cards who can help. I'm sure we have just the man. In just the delightful frilled shirt. Well, look who it is. The lady that's putting the heel into Gumshoe. That one needs a bit of work, but you get the idea. I should introduce Scout. New sidekick. You trying to make me jealous? I am. Scout. He's some kind of investigation robot. We think. Sounds complicated. Yeah, it's probably easier if we don't try and explain it. Well, any friend of Honor's is a friend of mine. Nice to meet you, Scout. We're still not any closer to working out who killed Blake. Any ideas? Obviously, we can discount ourselves. That only leaves Becky, Tully, and John. Don't forget Bill. There's no way Bill's involved. He wouldn't hurt a fly. You're right, I don't think he could plan a murder even if he wanted to. Last week I saw him get startled by his own reflection. Don't be mean. He's got a good heart. Did I say he didn't? You can have a good heart and no brain. He's living proof. And you're proof that someone can have neither. No. Oh. Oh. We have so many questions to ask. What do you think about Becky? Could she have killed Blake? That girl can hold a grudge better than Joan and Bay put together. and she wasn't exactly on good terms with Blake. Right, something about a contract disagreement. Don't suppose you heard any details through the gossip grapevine? As usual, she thinks she's not getting enough recognition. She was demanding 100 grand from marketing. That's not so bad, the show could always use more marketing. Not for the show, for herself. You know, feature articles, billboards, the cover of Celeb Life magazine. The Starshine Awards are coming up and she's determined to win Best Actress this year. Does she really think she can force herself onto the shortlist through advertising? That's crazy. That's Becky. But Blake was having none of it. She's been trying to win that award for years. Oh no, that's not on her. She's been trying to win that award for years. She's desperate. Who knows what she might resort to. Well, what do you make of John? That weirdo with the bum bag? Yeah, 3 out of 10 tops. That's not what I meant. Fine, well. There are fans and then there are fans. Like that girl we met outside the studio last year. She was intense. Like chain you to a radio and get all misery on your ass intense. How could I forget she tried to cut off some of my hair? I'm not sure if John is in the same league of crazy, but I don't think it's weird that he showed up day of all days. Well, what about that contractor guy? Tully? That's such a down name for such a gorgeous guy. If he wasn't such a creep, he'd be a solid 7. Oh, sure, he tries it on with you and Becky, but what about me, huh? What am I, chopped liver? My dude, I can forgive many of your stereotypes, 90s gay traits, but at the same time, woe is me, why aren't I getting harassed? Not a great look. Honestly, I really am destined to be alone forever, aren't I? Might as well get a cat and start knitting my own jumpers. Oh, babe. Don't take this the wrong way, but maybe if you weren't quite so picky, you might have more luck. Girl should always know her worth, Honor. I wish I'd known that before I married Ryan. Anyway, let's focus. Do you think Tully's a real suspect? Don't be ridiculous. A murderer with those eyes. This, coming from the man who said Jeffrey Dahmer had, quote, a certain mystique. There's a lot to unpack there. Touché. Be honest, do you think there's a case against me? Please. How long have I known you now? 4 years? You're about as capable of murder as I am of giving my parents a grandchild. Well, thanks. I never suspected you either, for the record. I should hope not. Besides, if I was going to kill someone, I'd do it with far more flair. Blunt force trauma to the head is just so straight, you know? Truly the most heterosexual of murder methods. Anyway, what do you think of this ID card? Or I could just show you a tampon. Oh, is it that time already? I still don't get why they don't put pockets in women's clothes. Want me to hold on to it for you? Okay, no, that was actually remarkably helpful and constructive. Thanks, I guess. We got a vent map, CCTV, coffee, apple. Anyway, would you like to see this ID card? Hey, isn't that Tully in the photo? Yeah, I think it's his ID card, but I don't recognise the design. Any ideas? Sorry, doesn't look like any studio ID I've ever seen. Maybe try asking Bill, he checks those things every day. Okay, but Bill is elsewhere then, so we should travel elsewhere, to the office. Miss Mizrahi, you're still here? Yes, I am. And so I notice are you. Hi Bill, how's it going? Still guarding the crime scene, huh? Yeah, Detective Cross wasn't too happy about me going to get that tape. I had to talk him out of cuffing me to the desk. I'm sorry, Bill, I Didn't mean to get you in trouble. Oh, don't mention it. I'm just glad you're off the hook. I always knew you had nothing to do with what happened to Blake. Thanks. It's good to have you on my side. You and Scout make a great team. It's a shame you can't help Detective Cross with the rest of the investigation. Yes, we can. That's exactly what we're doing. You are? But you seemed really mad about you guys. Kept saying things like, "That damn vigilante and her flying computer." Well, he didn't exactly give us permission, but there's something bigger behind Blake's death and we have to find out what. Oh, jeez. Detective Cross isn't going to like that. No one's supposed to touch anything in here. Don't look at me like that. I just don't want to make Detective Cross angry again. I don't think my blood pressure could handle it. Or is. Let's see what you think of people. What's your opinion of John Redfern? Oh, we get kids trying to sneak into the studio all the time. I think he just picked the wrong day to try and get an autograph. I don't think he seems kind of intense. Oh, they're all like that. If you ask me, the kid got lost and now he's a murder suspect. His poor mother's probably worried sick. Have you seen this Tully guy before? No, I don't think I have. And I never forget a face. But that's not too unusual for contractors. They come and go all the time. Certainly looks big enough to kill someone. But why would Blake pick a fight with a contractor? I hate to even consider it, but it's possible Becky killed Blake. Did you know they were fighting over her contract? Becky? Kill someone, but she's so nice. Have you met Becky? I know she seems rude sometimes, but I think there's an art of gold in there somewhere. She probably just wants to be understood. Didn't you say the same thing about that guy from accounting who set the offices on fire a couple of years ago? Well, you can't expect me to be right all the time. He presents a good case. I really want to not start every evidence presentation with just, hey, look at this tampon, but I'm going to. Miss Rahi, why would you show me that? That's all we're getting? Okay, fine. Look at this ID card. Why'd you make this ID card, Bill? That's a nice card. Feel the weight of that laminate? They don't make them like this anymore. I had an uncle who was a big shot in the lamination industry, you see, and he always said, forget the lamination, Bill. It says it's a Gribmore Studios ID, but it doesn't look right. Is it a fake? No, it's just an old design. They went out right around the time I started working here. That was years ago. Do you really think Tully has had a studio ID for that long? It's possible. Just wait here, I'll go and check our files. Oh, I nearly forgot. I found something under Blake's desk. Maybe that scout of yours can take a closer look. That could be evidence. Shouldn't you give it to Detective Cross? I tried, but he was so busy yelling at me for leaving the room earlier that he wouldn't listen. Will you take a look? Yes, yes we will. It's what we're here to do. Well, we're here to do many things. Wait, they're all like that. We're here to do many things, and we are frankly all out of bubblegum. Okay, 151 down here is a lot. Go. It is a bottle of hair dye. And now we are a C-rank detective. It's a small bottle, half full of a dark liquid. Oh, is this more of the coffee you told me about earlier? I don't think you want to drink that hair dye. What was it doing in Blake's office? Perhaps he dyed his hair. It does appear to be a similar tone to Blake's. Strange, I didn't think Mr. Patterson used anything like that. Then again, we all thought my Aunt Agnes regrew a full head of hair at 91, but it turned out she'd gone senile and was wearing a carpet sample. Thanks, Bill. Blake didn't dye his hair, but maybe someone else does. Your friend Casey said he is an award-winning hair and makeup artist. Maybe he could tell us more. Good thinking, if anyone here knows about hair dye, it's him. Now that Bill's gone, we've finally got the crime scene to ourselves. We should scan the room and... Oh, hello. Tully, what are you doing here? Me, I was just... It's kind of embarrassing. Can we talk? No, let's scan the room first. I reject your dialogue and will replace it with Picross. I reject your game content and substitute my own. Six out of 8 is 2 offset. That goes in there. That has to be there. That finishes there. Pushes that. That can't be there, so that has to be that. That's out, which means that's out. And that's in, so that's that column. 3 break 1 makes it 5, so out of 6 is 1. That can't connect. That can't get there, but we need that anyway. That can't get there, that has to be those. That's that, which means that's locked there, there. 1, 1, 1. Answer phone? Tape recorder. Close enough, close enough. It was the 90s. Magnetic storage? VHS? Betamax? No. Ah, this is an audio cassette recorder. Maybe Blake used it for dictating? Looks like there's a tape inside. It's got something written on the label. SM66 Tape 01. SM66 could be a code. Initiating brute force algorithm. Spicy Madras. Singing Stop. Stop. We're never going to figure out anything like that. Just play the tape and we'll go from there. Okay. Initiating playback. Who are you? What do you want? Don't play dumb with me, you know what you really want me to, or is there anything else I can do? The clock's ticking, Blake. Alright, just don't... I'm finishing up on set right now, I'll go... This tape is poor quality. My apologies, Honor. The recording seems to be damaged. Some of the audio has been lost. I heard enough. Blake was being threatened. I just wish I could tell who he was talking to. There may be more information. I'll continue playback. Okay, it's done. I told her she's off the show. Jesus, how am I to explain this to the network? Not my problem. But return now, right? Just the rest of the photos and get out. You're so fast. Hold on to these. Just. That was never part of the deal. This is. Calm down, Blake. It's supposed to be over. I'm. What I should have done from the start. Away from that phone. I'm gonna warn you again. Get your hands off me. Ah! And thus, with an the death. He was killed because of me. Sounds like they were blackmailing him somehow. Someone wanted me off the show so badly, I'm sorry, Honor. I wish I could do more to identify the killer's voice. It's not your fault, Scout. We'll figure this out somehow, and finding out who this tape recorder belongs to is our next step. Oh, but there's more investigate we can do. I'm always up for more investigate. Anything to avoid talking to people. Shockers, I would much rather do puzzles than talk to people. Who could have foreseen such a thing? Ah yes, the corpse. What have we found there other than that corpse? 115 is a lot for 9. That has to be in the first set. And that can't be there, and that can't be there, which means it's got to be 3 of those. Ta-da! We found... Oh, the phone receiver. Yeah, oh yeah, that's what it is. That's odd. Blake's phone was left off the hook. The positioning suggests he had only just lifted the receiver when he was struck. Maybe he was trying to make a call, but the killer got to him. I mean, you just heard all of that on the tape. There's more investigate. You know my views. In the desk. Thought it was going to be a tough one, and then I saw that 10. Plus, it looks like this is symmetric, which is always helpful. I mean, it can't be totally symmetrical, because totally symmetrical crisscross are functionally kind of impossible. Probably not entirely, like, mathematically impossible, but experience suggests. We also found an envelope with a mysterious letter. We're reading Blake's mail now. He's dead and can't stop us. Which, when you start using that as an excuse for crime, it rarely goes down well. What's all these letters? Blake must have been going through the fan mail. We get stacks of the stuff every month. What for? Nothing, really. People just want to say they like the show. Guess it helps them feel closer to us. If they want to be closer, why don't they visit the studio? I mean emotionally, Scout. Fans get to know us through the show, and they write to us. Well, mostly they write to Becky, but you get the idea. Here, I'll read you one. To whoever wrote episode 6. I hope you trip and fall on your pencil, bleed all over the floor and die in agony. I would not advise allowing this person to get closer to you, emotionally or otherwise. Here's another one. Mr. Patterson, you've chewed up Murder Mystery and crapped out a sorry excuse for a new season. If I ever have the misfortune to meet you in the street, I'll open you up and make you eat your own guts, then maybe you'll know how you made the fans feel. Why are fans the worst? Discuss. This isn't fan mail, it's hate mail. And let me tell you, spending your time reading all the hate mail, it's not good for you. Take it from me, a person who has done that, so you don't have to. There are 14 envelopes here with the same handwriting. I calculate a 98% probability that they are all from one person. They're all signed with the same thing, Showmaster66. Could be some kind of nickname. SM66, guys, come on. The tape recorder's label said SM66. It could be a shortened version of the same name. Of course, whoever Showmaster66 is, they had access to the studio and a vendetta. That must be who killed Blake. And for a minute there, I thought it was a very different line, because I read vendetta as bandana. I mean, there is somebody here who has a bandana and is currently looking sus as hell. But you know. What's their real reason? What's their real identity? Is it this man? I think it might be this man. Man! Man! Hey there, gorgeous. Got time to talk. This really isn't the time or place for a chat. We're standing in a crime scene. A crime scene, huh? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. And you don't want to find... You want to... Yeah, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to speak English, apparently, but here we are. Ugh, the fatigue is returning, she says, as if it ever truly left. God, sometimes I wish I was allowed caffeine. I say sometimes, most of the time. Yeah, you don't want Detective Cross to find you in here. So, what are you doing in here? Me, I was just looking for my car keys. I get that. I lose things all the time. Want me to help look? I can move this desk pretty easy if you wanted to check under it. Just let me get a grip. Wait a second. How about we just leave the desk and the body where it is? Right. Yeah. Whatever you say. Did you come in here for a reason? For the greatest reason of all, love. I wanted to get you alone for a while. There's something between us, don't you feel it? A few feet of concrete wouldn't be a bad start. What makes you think there's something between us? Because I can't stop thinking about you. I was kind of hoping that maybe you feel the same. You got that detective to believe you're innocent. Maybe you can do the same for me, and then we can go and... Look, you're a good-looking guy, but this is not the time. One of my best friends is dead, and he's literally right there. You're right, I'm sorry. Guess I just got carried away. Hey, is Becky single? Please cease to creep. So what do you do around here? Don't think I've ever seen you on set. Oh, you know, whatever comes up. I keep my tools with me and I go where they tell me to go. Didn't you say you were a carpenter earlier? If there's carpentry needs doing, sure. If something needs screwing, I'll do that too. And if something needs nailing down, just call me. Who's the rap guy? MC Hammer? The point is, I'm whatever you need me to be. Except weekends, evenings, and every 4th Wednesday, that's when I do bodybuilding. Mom taught me 3 things. Take care of your body, don't cuss, and don't listen to Pa 'cause he's goddamn drunk. Proud to say I've lived by those rules every day of my life, and when I have kids, I'm going to teach them the same. Oh no, that's not him. Well, maybe not that last one. You must be pretty strong. You get in many fights. Who, me? What's that got to do with anything? Based on a visual assessment, you would easily be capable of killing someone if you wanted. Hey, what are you trying to say? But our compatriots. I think of John Redfern. Could he be the killer? We'll tell you what, we'll get the answer to that question in about 3 minutes. I need to stretch before I fall asleep. Oh, God. I can only apologise for the tiredness, but frankly, if you've been watching my stream this long, it's what you expect. So I will be back when we learn Tully's true opinion of John Redfern. After 3 minutes, go, get up, move around, have some water, have a snack if you want, take your meds if you need to, and generally maintain the meat sack that contains your brain for the time being. Yeah. I will be back in a few. I said all of that and then forgot that the next part was actually press the brake button. So, I'm going to press the brake button. See you in 3. If you can let the ads run, that would be great. And I'm back. Slightly more, you know, medium-eyed and semi-tailed. Also, it turns out clicking the menu also advances the text, which is a bit annoying. So, anyway, yes, we're asking what Tully thinks of John and if he could be the killer. Noodle arms back there? No way. Then again, when I was at school, a scrawny nerd knocked some other kid out with a chessboard. So, yeah, if John had a weapon or something, I guess it's possible. What do you think about Becky? She's pretty. Got one hell of a temper, though. Yeah, you don't want to get on her bad side. Trust me. I come from a long line of mouthy broads. I'm used to it. That kind of anger might have been enough for Becky to kill Blake. I doubt it. My mom was always yelling, but she never killed nobody. Though that would explain where Pa went. Let's move on. Why'd you make Detective Cross? Ain't much like the detectives on TV, is he? What you really need is someone like them on... what's that show again? Murder... something... Misty... Mistletoe? Mystery. It's Murder Mystery. That's right, I bet they'd sort this whole mess right out. Say, now that I mentioned it, you look kind of like one of the chicks on that show. Anyone ever tell you that? Oh cool, we found the himbo. Yeah! I get that a lot. What do you think of your ID card? How come you've got an ID with my face on it? Isn't that identity theft or something? This is your ID card. We found it in the break room. Shoot, I must have dropped it. I've really got to get new pockets for these overalls. How long have you worked here? Not long. A few weeks, I guess. Really? They also said this ID design is old, like a decade old. I don't know what to tell you. That's the one they gave me when I started here. Come on, baby. You know you can trust me. Cool, that's making you more suspicious. do you think of this hate mail? Found these letters on Blake's desk. Have you ever written to the studio? This is kind of embarrassing, but I don't really write much. Mostly stick to invoices and Christmas cards, and even then I make mistakes. Himbo and dyslexic. The classic combination. One Christmas I accidentally sent bright red lingerie to the hardware store instead of to my girl at the time. Would have been fine, except she woke up on Christmas morning to an invoice for 14 feet of plywood. She still hasn't paid. What about this name? Showmaster66. Do you recognize it? That's a name? Sounds more like an exercise bike. You're so helpful, Charlie. Thank you. I think we might be done. No more investigating to do here, I guess. Back to the break room and talk to KC. What do you think about this hate mail? You really need to clear out that bag, babe. That's all we're getting. The hair dye? Oh yes, that was what we were doing. We were meant to talk to him about hair dye because he's a hairstylist. I remember. I follow basic plot. Yes, I do. I understand the concept of story. Can you tell me anything about this bottle? Where did you get this? This is Color brand hair. Quilla brand hair dye. Trust me, Honor, you don't want this stuff anywhere near your head. Bill found it in Blake's office. Not a product you'd recommend, I take it? You'd be better off using spray paint. Threw all that trash out years ago, and I've been very strict with our suppliers. Spent a long time explaining all the painful ways it could be inserted into their sales guy if they tried to flog me anymore. Again, slightly less than cool, my dude. So someone else must have brought it in. This could belong to the killer. If you ask me, you'd have to be a psycho to use that stuff. But why would a murderer need hair dye? Quick disguise, maybe? I won't dub in the distant screams, they did that themselves. What the hell was that? I think it was Becky, it sounded like it came from the set. Do you think she found another body? I didn't see the rest of that line, my finger clicked it. I think it was you better go check it out. Me? What? I would love to be there to back you up. But I should probably stay here. In case the killer tries to hide in the fridge. Sure. Sure thing, KC. Let's move. To the set. How strange. This room doesn't seem to be finished. It's a TV set, Scout. This is where we film Murder Mystery. Becky? You here? Get away from me, you freak! I said get away from me! What's going on? Ah! Don't sneak up on me like that, you idiot! Are you okay? Is someone else... Oh crap, he's coming this way! I'm getting out of here. If he asks, you didn't see me, got it? If who asks? Hey. Becky, please, I just want to read you something. Oh, hi, Honor. Say, did Becky come this way? No, I don't think so. Aw, oh, dang it. I guess I'll just wait here in case she comes back. Excellent. That gives us time to talk. Hello, John. I can't believe it. I'm really here on the set. Yeah, what are you doing in here? Why did Becky scream like that? Well, I guess I surprised her. I never realized TV studios were so dark. So you were just standing around? in the dark on an empty set. Not just any empty set, this is the actual set where Murder Mystery is filmed. Yeah, it was. So, you're a pretty big fan of the show? Absolutely. Miss Terry, Becky, is probably my idol. Don't get me wrong, I love your character too. Miss Terry and Detective Oates are the greatest TV detectives of all time. Thanks, John. It's just a shame it's all over. Over? You don't think that cancel the show, do you? How can we carry on without Blake? He was the one who brought us all together. It was his show as much as anyone's. But you have to keep going. Think of it as a tribute to him. Memorial season. Wouldn't that be the best way to honor his work? Even if we wanted to, there'd be no Detective Oates. One of the last things Blake did was cancel my contract for next season. You're kidding! You can't have Terry without Oates? That's ridiculous. Hey, you think that's ridiculous? Wait until you hear about the talking poodle. As soon as I get home, I'm posting on alt.tv.mystery about this. There'll be angry letters, black faxes, riots. Interesting. Keep talking. What is your handle on this Usenet server? You really want Becky to like you, huh? She's so cool. I just wish she'd talk to me. No matter what I say, she looks at me like I'm something nasty she stepped in. I don't understand. Becky has shown no signs of interest in you, but you keep trying. Because she's Miss freaking Terry. I might have no chance, but I've gotta try. Even if she tells me to go to hell, at least she spoke to me. I can't decide if that's sweet or just creepy. It's the second thing. You don't happen to know if she's into poetry, do you? I don't think so. Why? No reason. Cool, moving on. What do you think about Tully? He's such a jerk. All muscle and no brains, and the way he's always flirting with Becky, it makes me sick. You're trying to find a murderer around here, he's big enough to do it and stupid enough to not hide it properly either. Why do women always go for meatheads like him when there are good guys like me just waiting to be given a chance? This incel rant brought to you by... Gee, I don't know, maybe if you respected them as people, instead of acting like they owe you something, that'd be a good start. Oh sure, and what would you know about it? What about being a woman? Sorry, I didn't mean to snap at you. All this murder stuff has got me pretty tense. Cool, well, speaking of Usenet, any of these letters look familiar to you? No. Why would they? Just a wild guess. You've sent fan mail before, right? Bet you know our address by heart. I've also memorized the studio phone and fax numbers and my 10-digit membership code for Miss Terry's Junior Investigators Club. But I haven't sent any fan mail recently. And who signed these so-called letters anyway? You won't find my name at the bottom, that's for sure. True, they're signed by Showmaster66. That's a pretty cool handle. But I don't recognize it. Interessante. Right, with her now. Unless I just keep presenting evidence. Evidence? What do you think about this hair dye? Do you dye your hair, John? Well, I've thought about dyeing my hair some kind of wild color. Wouldn't that be crazy? Anyway, I decided not to. People might think I'm some kind of pop star, and I don't want that kind of attention. Plus, my mom said it's really bad for your hair, so... Interesting. What about this tape? Where did you get that? I mean, I've seen a cassette recorder before. There's nothing special about that one. Quite the opposite. The recording quality was so bad that most of the audio is unintelligible. What? Oh man, I knew I shouldn't have... Shouldn't have what? Shouldn't have told you how much of a fan I am of your show. You're trying to sell me some cheap tape recorder just because you play Detective Oates? I've never been so insulted in my life. Hang on, this guy owns every Miss Terry collectible. He'll probably buy any old crap. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just wanted to know if you recognized it. Oh. Well, okay then. Never seen it before in my life. So we found a stack of hate mail and an audio tape, both in the room where Blake was murdered. And analysis suggests both of these belong to the same person, Showmaster66. At the same time, the recording tells us that Blake was killed because someone wanted me fired from the show. There is a 70.4967% chance that the hate mail was sent by the same person who killed Blake. Dealing with some kind of crazy fan, and you're big on the online forums. You must know something, John. I don't know what to tell you. Please, don't worry. I think I already know who Showmaster66 really is. So, it's either him or Tully is really, really well playing the himbo act. Which is my favourite piece of legislation. We all remember when they campaigned for the presidency on a platform of a himbo in every home. And oh, how we applauded. But now, look what that's come to. I don't know where I'm going with this riff. The logical guess is him. It's you, isn't it? You're Showmaster66. Alright, fine, you got me. It's mine, it's all mine. The tape recorder, the letters. You killed Blake, what does he ever do to you? No, I didn't kill anyone, you have to believe me.
Mizrahi, what the hell do you think you're doing?
Just in time, Detective. I've identified the murderer of Blake Patterson.
You're just not going to quit, are you? You know what? Fine, it's about time you learn this isn't as easy as you think. Who's the killer and what's your proof?
Sit. Moment of truth. Just stay calm, think it through. You've got this. Yes, hate mail and tape recorder, says John. Although the ID card is still an open question. This hate mail was sent to Blake by someone calling themselves Showmaster66, a pseudonym of John Redfern. That's not... Yes, I sent the letters, but only because they were ruining my show. He also planted this tape recorder at the scene of the crime. No, I mean, yes, I hid the tape recorder in there, but I was only trying to hear about the next season of Murder Mystery. I only wanted to find out what was going on behind the scenes. That's the only reason I'm here today, I swear. You believe me, right? You don't seriously think I killed anyone, do you?
Death threats, trespassing, planting a surveillance device. You better come with me. I want to search that backpack you left in the break room.
You mean you're going along with all this? What about Tully? He could have killed Blake. Or that security guy. I bet he is the murderer. Wait, let's not do anything crazy.
Move it. Now.
about me?
You've done enough. Just keep back and let me handle this.
Really, Detective, this isn't necessary. Will you just listen to me for a second? Don't I have rights? What's with all the noise?
John was just about to open his backpack for me.
What for? I guarantee all this nerd is carrying is a bunch of toys and bubblegum cards.
Maybe. But there have been some serious accusations made. I need to see inside that bag.
But, I don't... She'll see.
Whom is cool? What's she got to do with this?
Don't look at me. I've got no idea what he's babbling about. I just... It's embarrassing and I'd really rather not...
Fine, I'll open it for you.
Wait. Don't open that bag, Detective.
What the hell do you want? I want to come get this floating rust bucket out of here. It's obviously malfunctioning.
If this is the killer's bag, it may be dangerous. I do not advise opening it without the proper precautions.
Dangerous? Like what, bomb?
There's no bomb inside my bag. That's exactly what Matt Bomber would say. Don't you dare open that bag while I'm in here.
I'm not qualified to handle bombs, damn it. I'll have to call it in. Need the bomb squad for a bag full of toys. Oh, this is a new low. Maybe they're right. Maybe I am getting too old for this kind of work.
I could do a subsurface scan of the bag without opening it. It's not 100% accurate, but it may help.
You can do that. It's safe.
There's only a very small chance of accidental detonation. Statistically insignificant, really. This crazy tin can is going to kill us all.
Do the scan.
Yeah. Ooh, 15 by 10. We largening. But also we have a lot of solid bordering, which is nice. Because that does a lot of the work for us. Go. An award statue? That seems like a good bludgeoning weapon, and also looks like something else entirely when you just see it in that pixelated form. Or maybe that's just my brain. Good news, Detective. There is no bomb inside the bag, although I am detecting a large solid metal object.
Let me have a look. Buried under all these sheets of paper, looks like some kind of poetry.
There's no need.
This one's called The Eternal Mystery, an ode to Becky Cole.
What? Ew.
We'll come back to that. Let me see what this metal thing is first. Looks like a trophy. What's this doing here?
Hey, that's not mine. Someone must have put it there. I'm being framed. I recognize that. It's a Starshine Award.
Why is John carrying a TV award around in his backpack?
He must have stolen it from Blake's office. And look, it's got blood on it!
Well, well. No wonder you didn't want us to look inside your backpack.
I don't know how that got in there. I swear I just didn't want everyone to see my poetry. I know it's not very good. It was supposed to be just for Becky. Now you all think I'm some kind of weird loser. And a murderer. Don't forget murderer. Why would I kill one of the people responsible for my favorite TV show? I might not have liked some of the new episodes, but you guys are my heroes.
Save it for the interrogation room. You're gonna wish you spent your money on retaining a good lawyer instead of a bunch of collectibles. John Redfern, I'm arresting you for the murder of Blake Patterson. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
But I'm innocent.
Don't listen to him. It's just desperate. You saw all the evidence. The case is open and shut.
Never is.
You need to go home and take it easy. Get your head straight. It's been a long day for all of us.
There's a weirdly long fade between scenes that always makes me think, what, are we done? What a day! Babe, I'm just glad it's over. I can hear a cold glass of Chardonnay calling. But it's not over, is it? Not for me. What are you on about? What, the bad guy? Or did you not notice Detective Cross frog marching him out here? Yeah, but Blake's still gone. And it was all because of me. Don't be daft. You didn't kill him. But John wanted Blake to fire me. Not Becky. Not you. Me. If I wasn't on the show, Blake might still be alive. Forget the glass. I'm certain this is more of a bottle of Chardonnay situation. Maybe two. Oh, you're right. I probably just need some time to relax and process everything. Absolutely, you need some downtime, babe. How about we hit this town? Hit the town. Oh, treat, I know this great drag place just around the corner. Couldn't we just hang at my place instead? I don't know if I want to deal with other people right now. Again, mood. No problem. I've still got some stuff to pack up, so I'll meet you out in the parking lot in 10. Reminder, we still haven't found your car keys, Honor. Damn, I forgot about that. Casey, can we make it 20? Sure. I've been stuck here for hours already. What's another 20 minutes? Location unlocked. Park Kinglet. My favourite Pokemon. Huh, guess Casey must still be packing up. No, that's not her. And we can't leave until we find your car keys. I mean, yeah, that's generally how cars operate. I'm pretty sure I didn't drop them out here. They must be inside somewhere. Okay, let's go back inside. Maybe on set. Maybe you dropped your keys in here. Shall I scan the room for them? It's worth a try. You do know what keys actually look like now, right? Only one way to find out. I mean, I imagine you could probably do a database check, but you know, you do you. Hello. I found a puzzle. So goes there, which means that's a lock, and that's in. That goes ahead to. God, but the music in this is very good. Like, if you're into 80s and early 90s synth trash, and I very much am. Also, we haven't seen it because I always load the game before we start the stream, but there's a vocal mix of this theme tune that goes over the opening cinematic, and it's very good. If, again, you like 80s trash. Which it must once again be reiterated, I do. Oh, I do. Yay! That looks like a key. Hey, you actually found them! I did! I did! As Bogey once said, I think this could be the beginning of beautiful friendship. Bogey? Yeah, Humphrey Bogart. Don't tell me you don't know Casablanca! The thing didn't know what objects looked like. Why would it know Casablanca? Casablanca, the largest city in Morocco, built in the 5th century. Not the place, the movie. It's a classic. I don't think I've ever watched a movie before. You'll love it. As soon as we get out of here, we're watching it together. Now, would there have been puzzles to solve in other areas? Ah, I forgot that this would be the... yeah. Okay, see, I found my keys. You ready to go? Guess he's still packing up his things. Yeah, might as well take one last look around the studio before I go. Might never see this place again. I appear to be unable to investigate. Anything in the crime office? We worked through a lot of great episodes here. And Blake was always ready to talk if I needed something. But now... I know it's the same room, but it feels so different. Understandable. Many things have been moved. I detect 4,913 differences in object position and orientation since my last scan. Cross must have had a team in here to collect any last pieces of evidence. At least they've finally taken Blake away. He deserves some peace. Ah, but we can investigate yet. Investigate, if you will. God knows I can't resist. Why have I forgotten the word? Cool, and now I've forgotten the word I was even looking for. Brain, why must you do me like this? Just like, oh, there's a better word for the concept I was just trying to explain, and it's a simple word people use all the time, but I can't even tell you what that concept was, because my brain doesn't like the concept of, you know, meaning or retention. In other news, I'm about to start new ADHD meds. And by new, I mean some. This is too long. We have screwed up. I am resetting this puzzle. Okay, 3 break 4 is 8, so 2 offset goes there and there. These 5s go there. Clearly I spent too much time doing quiz, because my brain was like, we need to reset the puzzle. No, we need to take a spare, because otherwise people will already know the answers. Not how it works. This is a different thing, brain. This, unlike 90% of the stuff I do in my free time, isn't actually quiz. Okay, that's better. to, not that, there. What did we find? Scout. Photographs? Let's take a look at these photographs. I hear every time we do. And we have detective rank. It's a Polaroid. Cross must have missed it when he took the rest of the evidence. Wait a second, didn't Blake mention photographs on that audio tape? They were using them to blackmail him. The photograph seems to show two people engaged in some form of wrestling. And this is how we talk about the birds and the bees and the flying TV robots. Oh god, they're not wrestling. I'll explain later. So, who are these two people in the picture? Obviously that's Blake, so I guess that's his... Wait a second, that's not his wife. No wonder he didn't want these pictures to get out. A scandal like this could have ruined him. Something written on the other side. Get rid of Anna Mizrahi, or this goes public. That confirms it. Blake was blackmailed into firing me. Detective Cross can add that to the list of charges against John. I just don't get why he hated me so badly. According to his letters, he was upset about recent episodes of the show. True, but he was so excited to meet me and Becky. He didn't seem to hate me at all. It just doesn't make sense. Anna, wait. I just ran a comparison on the writing from the back of the photograph. It doesn't match the handwriting on John's letters. You're saying he could be innocent? I don't think I'm qualified to make that judgment, but I don't believe he took this photograph. And if he wasn't the one blackmailing Blake, he may not be the killer after all. We have to take this to Detective Cross. Blake's murderer is still out there. Nothing we can do here. To the parking lot. Car park. You know, works. Large stretch. Hope everybody's Tuesdays are doing alright. That pause there was indeed me trying to remember what day it was. There you are. Can't wait to pour the drinks, put on some music and relax. Maybe we can still salvage what's been, let's face it, a bloody awful day. Yeah, about that I can't wait. You're flaking out on me? Sorry, I need to talk to Detective Cross. I found something and... I think... yeah, I think John's innocent after all. Wow, I'm fading already. Brain, come on, come on. Don't worry about him. He'll be fine in a jail cell for one night. Just remind him of his basement. I'm being serious, Casey. I feel terrible. I convinced Cross to arrest him and now he's out there on his own, probably handcuffed to a table. How would you like it? Not exactly my scene, but someone says I should be less picky. Sorry, I don't mean to be such an ass. It's just I've barely seen you outside work lately. I miss our catch-ups. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I think that was me answering a question that only happened in my head. Come on. This is a sad reality of me when I'm tired. It's just I've barely seen you outside work lately. I miss our catch-ups. I know. Divorce isn't as simple as they make it seem on TV. There's always something to sign or some lawyer to talk to. How about tomorrow? We can do the whole drinks and music thing. Maybe watch a movie. Do you believe Scout's never seen Casablanca? Play it again, Scout. I'm sorry, Casey. I lack the equipment. Oh no, I didn't mean... You know what? Don't worry about it. You two better go free your little lost boy. If he is innocent, he needs someone like you on his side to show him the way back from Neverland. Precinct 13. Seriously, what is up with my eyes today? I mean, yes, part of it is I'm just legitimately incredibly tired. You know what? For 20 minutes at least, while I work out what I'm doing, I'm going to save this. I'm going to try and save it again just because I have anxiety. Come on, brain. For 20 minutes, I'm just, or however long it takes, I've got 7 more of Scout's memories to unlock. Or pieces thereof. Wow. I am so sorry, y'all. I am just apparently really not with it, and I'm aware that I just completely zoned there for some time. I have no idea how long. Probably only a couple of minutes, but it's always hard to tell. This column is wrong. My brain is now doing art critiques, not only not to the art we're creating, but also just to art that doesn't exist. Which could be more helpful. For example, it could be driving back, check notes, literally anything. Okay, we screwed up somewhere, but then that will be because I was falling asleep. And there it is. We found Donut. Yeah, I am so sorry, y'all. That is just the way my brain be like lately. This is very jaunty. Uh, 10, 11, 12, so the whole 3, 6, 1 can't fit in here, so 3 has to be there. Which gives us some space to work with. Those there, which goes out of that. And the closest I can get is there. Kind of wish I had an undo button. because otherwise I can see myself zoning a little bit, doing something accidentally, and then not being able to find it to fix it. And by I can see myself doing it, I mean that has literally happened today. See, case in point, something has been screwed up. Come on, let's do this, and let's actually maintain focus. I tell you, when I've actually got my brain chemistry specialized, it's over for all of y'all. That looks all of these out, which means it's low. Come on, brain. Come on. Let's solve the dang puzzle. It's what you do so well. 4, 1, 1, 1, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we couldn't fit that. So that has to be part of the 4, not the 3. So the 3 goes up there. Doesn't help that my middle finger likes to just right click for no good reason at any opportunity. This has gone wrong again. That should be blank. Yeah, at least this time I can see the mistake. Doesn't your house clearly have some kind of dramatic Latin name? And as soon as I said that out loud, I'm realizing I'm not even sure what I'm referring to there, but whatever it was, I'm pretty sure it was not in this game. Talking to the voices again. Lovely. No. I think we've screwed up again. Also, I was about to say scrown up. That's not the bottom participle, and it never will be. Yeah, see, that isn't even turning one of the clues grey, because we've screwed up this row too much. Okay, yeah, I've screwed it up again. How does this keep happening? Reset. Third time. Come on. Okay, those are definitely locked. Those are definitely in, so it's going to be 6. 2 3s. Oh, there's your problem for 1. That was 8, not 7. Good to know I can do very basic counting. Maybe this is my problem. Maybe this game is just too meditative for my tiny, tired lizard brain. Oh, ads are gonna start in a minute. Let's push those back slightly. I'm gonna get to the end of this puzzle and then decide what we're doing. And there we go. We don't seem to have screwed it yet. Come on, let's go. There we go. What did we find? What did we find? A candy bar. Yeah, I can fit at least one more bonus puzzle in. Yeah, we are getting to the more complex ones now. Okay, that's 7, 8, 9. So one offset gives us those squares. That's a 6, so it has to go up at least to there. That's a 1, so block it off. That's got to be the 4, has to go to there, 6 has to go to there. This has to be that last 1, this is a 4. These can't join, so there and there. Those are, I imagine, your cute little death threats. Brain? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Again, I'm riffing on something that only happened in my own head. Sorry. God, I know I say this a lot, but I feel like I'm even more scattered than usual at the minute. And I apologize for inflicting it upon you all. We can't get the 3 and the 5 in here, so the 5 and the 1 must be in here, which puts it at a lock down there. Okay, this is more straightforward, or possibly I'm more conscious. Like a, yeah, pen pot, sure, that's what we're calling them. I would have gone with like desk organizer, but close enough, same thing really. 410 is a lot. $13 means we can get in all these pieces, and given that they're on the edge, that can give us a lot of information. Go at least that far. That has to join those. got. That's done. This has to be a 7, so now it's done. This has to be a 9. Those, what that, which means we start those and that. And found the phone, fax machine. Come on, we can push through these. Again, I really hope this is exciting viewing for somebody, because I'm enjoying myself. And I really basically need to stop apologising for it, don't I? Welcome to my entire life. 633, what's that? 12, 13, 14. Okay, that puts that there. So we're going to do for now. So if that's the first set, it has to be 3, so that's there. This can only reach a maximum of 2 more, so all of this is out. So this has to be a 3, so it goes there. That's there. This is a 2, because they're all 2s. Both have to be part of the 6, so that's fine. Same here. Same here, and same here. And that does one of those. That can't fit anything. No, yes. 3 of those. At least those, and then nothing outside of that set. None of that. None of that. There, because there's another edge. Just spiraling around the correct answer here, getting there eventually. And here we have a lighter. This is just all the incidental stuff around the office. Oh no, some of it's from the set as well. One break 11 is 13, so then. I maintain that the music in this game, absolute bangers. Just all the way down. so much of it is just variations on the kind of main theme of the series, but I say series, the game. The TV series isn't real, Emmy. You're making the same mistake the robot makes. But yeah, so many variations on the game theme, but that bangs to begin with, so it's hardly surprising that they're all good. Okay, that helped. We found a director's chair on a TV set. Revolutionary. Last one of the A ranks. This really feels like it's going to go into a song I know, and I can't figure out what. And then it veers away from it with the sax. Okay, we've got those. Those can't join. That's fine. Let's do 4. That puts them in, which means we can get rid of all of that. That's locked. Which means we can go there, which leads to them. That locks that in and means not any of those. That's got to have that. Do that. That's it 4. Yeah, you're not wrong. Stretching and hydrating, both good things. But also I'm trying to complete this before we have to go on another ad break. Come on, let's do this. That's not that. And those makes 10. That. Copy. No. Pass. Screwed that up. That finishes that column. Those, can't be that, can't be that. That starts with 5. Can't be that. Has to be that. Spiral in. That finishes that column. That can't be that, so that has to be there. That's there. These rows are done. go. We found a lunchbox. Fast food cart. Close enough. Okay, that's all of the ones up to A rank finished. So we're going to take a short break because Twitch wants me to run some ads. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to step away, probably be 5-10 minutes, and then, depending on how I feel, we're going to hopefully carry on with this, or if I'm still not with it, stop early. We'll see. Either way, I'm stepping away from the computer, and really, so should you. I'm going to get some more water, stretch my legs. You should do those things also. Have a snack, take your meds if you need to. Go and talk to a human. And I will be back in, like I say, 5-10 minutes with, hopefully, more Murder by Numbers. Let the ads run if you can. And, yeah, see you in a few. Hey everyone, I'm back. Although, I say that, I'm not back. Yeah, I know I've been, like I say, even more off than usual recently. I think just... There's been a lot of stress in the last couple of weeks, both good and bad, and I think it's catching up with me a bit, and... Or maybe it's not that, I don't know. It's something, but... Yeah, I think I need to go and be not doing this. Sorry. In any case, usual wrap-up things. This is twitch.tv/Saracent. If you've been watching, you know, find me, but just in case. Yeah, streaming Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 2 PM British time here in the House of Hubris. And hopefully we'll get more of this done next time. It's been kind of spotty lately. But yeah. If you want to know when I am around being spotty, then you can give us a follow. Lets you know when I'm around. And if you do miss anything, VODs are on the Twitch for 8 weeks after the fact. For everything else, you can go to the YouTube. The link is down there, or that's youtube.com/@houseofhubris, where you can find VODs going back right to the start of the channel, which is nearly 2 years of content now, which is kind of a lot. If you can while you're there, why not give us a subscription? Means, you know, my numbers go up, but more importantly, you get hot, fresh VODs in your inbox every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Words, if you feel like supporting me nearly passing out on camera financially, then you can, of course, cheer or subscribe on Twitch, but you very much don't need to. Just turn up and hang out and be chill and be good to each other and be kind, and then everyone has a good time. I think that's all the bits I normally say. There's also a Twitter. For as long as there's, you know, Twitter, if you're watching this on the VOD, I don't know, let me know if Twitter's still a thing. Yeah, link's down there, but that's Twitter @House of Hubris. And, yeah. I think that's everything I normally say. So, thanks everyone for being here, thanks for bearing with me. Sorry that we're doing a bit of a shorter stream at the minute, and less... I don't know. Good? I don't know. Was it ever? Anyway. That aside, yeah. Thank you all. Love you all. Take care of yourselves. And I should hopefully be back on Thursday.